Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War stream. It has been so long, I think it's been what, 11 days now or so? But I am finally back from the trip, unfortunately a little bit later than expected, so I wasn't able to get the weekly event video up. However, we shall this weekend, just kind of going over, you know, the campaign start. We'll probably be doing that right now as well. Just kind of, obviously, main thing we got going on this weekend, Vold events. They did end up nerfing it though. We got a lot of things to go over. But anyways, yes, we are now officially in Season 6 of Gems of War, Campaign 6, whatever you want to call it. I actually have not done the tasks yet. Some of them passively got done just because of dailies. But beyond dailies, I have not really been playing the game while on vacation seeing family. But we're finally back. Hopefully no more trips for a while. I have nothing planned. The only time I might be going is if Hurricane forces us to leave this hurricane season or next Christmas or / New Year's. So we still got a while before I go again, if I even go then. I'm not sure yet. But hopefully no other plans anytime soon. So no more MASH trips. But as far as the season pass, a couple interesting rewards. Obviously, main thing on the free side, the 3 deed books. There's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. There's also 2 Imperials on the bottom, which they've been doing regularly lately. Aside from that, as far as noteworthy, actual unique things that we have in the season pass this time around, the first one is a weapon that's actually not useless, Celestial Flask. It creates 3 potions. So potions is a new thing that you've probably already seen throughout this week. It started as of Monday. They are a new power gem that will be lasting for the entirety of this campaign for the next 10 weeks. Essentially what they do is when they are matched, they will create 7 to 11 gems of that corresponding color. So if it is a red flask, it'll create 7 to 11 gems, red gems, or if it's green, it's creates a 7 to 11 green gems, so on and so forth. Also, 7-Eleven and Wawa's, amazing places, by the way. I've been missing them when I was up in New Jersey in the area. There's nothing like that, like in my area, like 7-Elevens and stuff. Like the atmosphere is so much different. Like there's kangaroos in my area, or not, you know, not the animal, but the shop place, but it's nowhere near the same as a 7-Eleven or Wawa. I miss them. But anyways, they create 7 to 11 gems of the corresponding color. This does still occur even if they are exploded or destroyed or by any means. However, I'm not sure if it triggers if it's removed. I have actually not tested that. But if it's destroyed, exploded, stuff like that, it will still trigger. And obviously, if it is matched, it'll also still trigger. So yeah, that's a new thing. A lot less annoying than lycanthropy. I have not actually checked to see what people's reception of this is overall. However, I'm pretty sure it is nowhere near as bad as lycanthropy. Honestly, I kind of like it. I haven't gotten to play too many battles with it since I've mostly just been doing dailies. Obviously, we got the little kitty yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, on Wednesday. But yeah, it's definitely pretty fun. It does seem a little too powerful. Not sure if they're going to tone back exactly how many gems it does, but I don't know, they're pretty fun. Definitely way better than lycanthropy, that is for sure. Anyways, or the lycanthropy gems. As far as other pretty noteworthy things, not too many other things. It's just the weapon and 2 other. The star and, you know, the standard 2 that are always good. Star in the mythic, or, you know, the tarot card in the mythic. So as far as the tarot card we have this time around, we have the star. It ends up doing 7% chance for an extra turn, similar to the sun. It's actually pretty similar to the sun, except it does a magic to a random ally instead. So very, very similar to the sun in almost every way. Same mana cost, same kind of secondary effect, same final effect. Actually, I believe all 3 of its traits are exactly the same. So very, very close. But obviously, it'll be used to craft some kind of special thing at the end of the season, or maybe some other season, though hopefully at the end of the season. But yeah, as far as the star, we don't know exactly yet, I don't think. Maybe it's been data mined already. I haven't personally checked. But hopefully at the end of the season, it'll be used for something. Aside from that, Fountain of Stars, this is the mythic. They did nerf this quite a bit. When I checked this earlier, it looked like it created mana color into itself, which it no longer does. It also had, I forget what the other aspect was. Oh yeah, I believe it also did Doom Skulls instead of normal skulls. So this is actually going to be pretty weak, I feel like, with how they nerfed it. It converts 5 green gems to purple potions, so you know where they're going to be if there is 5 or less. The problem with this is if there is more than 5 green, you don't know necessarily where they're going to go exactly. And then all brown gems to skull. The biggest issue with this is that it's a double converting mythic that is not a Doomskull related one. If I'm not mistaken, every double convert that's currently on a mythic is specifically Doomskull related, as well as the other ones that aren't just having good synergy, like feeding back into itself. Really weird that it doesn't. It even still has a trait as if it does, like the little purple link thing. But apparently they changed it because they thought it might have been too strong. It also says cleanse all Fey allies. Honestly, this reminds me a lot of Forest Guardian. It kind of has a couple things related to that. Overall, I feel like it's going to be weaker than Forest Guardian, though. I don't know. It just doesn't have the capability to really work out too well. That potion effect can still be good, but you would need to feed something purple enough that that thing that you feed all the purple to has enough to get 25 mana back into this, which I'm pretty doubtful on that. Aside from that, it does have a chance to bless all allies at the start of its turn. I wish they would have done this as a 100% thing, kind of like how the potion effect does, where you can start with enchant in various game modes and just guarantee have it at the start of every battle. That would have been great if this thing did it, especially given that it is doing a potion-related thing as well. Literally, it's creating the potion gem. But it would have been cool if they would have given it the actual potion effects, like, you know, when you're in various game modes, where you would have given it, like, enchant all allies at the start of battle. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be as useful because of its inconsistency compared to something like Mistralis. You're just going to use a Mistralis instead. You just take one single extra turn, and then boom, you already got the enchant. Unfortunately, the only time this is ever going to be good is if you hit the 15% chance on turn 1, and maybe ever so occasionally if you hit it on turn 2. In every other instance where you pretty much don't hit it on turn 1, it's basically just a weaker version of Mistralis, which is rather unfortunate. I don't really see any use for this overall. There's better double converters out there. There's better enchanters out there. At least it doesn't count as a tower, so it doesn't have that kind of downside to it. It kind of looks like it's a tower, but it doesn't count as a tower typing, so it does not take extra damage. Also, the extended rewards are the exact same as the buffed ones they did the previous season. So if you are looking into this, you still get a power orb at the end, as well as 2 epic vault keys. However, speaking of vault keys, good transition. We got a vault event going on. There actually was a revamp to this, as far as a nerf, because obviously it was going to get nerfed. However, I haven't actually participated in it yet, but from what I can understand, it's not that bad of a nerf. But we'll have to, you know, mess around with it and see. But to my understanding, they did not actually nerf the vault key drop rate, which is kind of surprising. They nerfed the other resources you get, but specifically the vault key drop rate, to my understanding, was not touched at all. So there's a post on it someone did, data mined or otherwise, or I have no clue how they got this info, to be honest. However, they do have this info. So, since the official announcement is... Oh, wait, never mind. I should probably go to the official announcement first. Where's the official announcement? There we go. Because we didn't read this on stream yet. So, official announcement on the nerf, of course, with only 1 like. And I'm pretty sure there's things down here with like 40, 50 upvotes. Yeah, something Riversong did. Oh, yeah, even Isabel's here with a comment. Actually, I believe I already left a like on it earlier. Yeah, I did. But, yeah, a couple of people with a lot of likes on their things, mentioning stuff. But as far as the official post, I didn't even say hello to everyone yet. I will in a moment. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We haven't been around for a while. But anyways, let's go over to Gnome Palooza, then we'll say hello to everyone, look back and chat and go from there. But hello, everyone. But no, we'll do it to every single person in a moment. Anyways, so as far as changes to the Vault event, which you might have already noticed, however, if you haven't yet, we'll be reading through these two. So, hello, adventurers! We are very pleased to see you all enjoying a plethora of Gnome Paloozas during the last Vault event. Over 50 million gnomes valiantly gave their lives during the event. Oh, we did actually get numbers on how many were killed. But I don't think they... Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot what the other data point I wanted to know was. There was like one I was talking about earlier that I wanted to know. But yeah, 50 million gnomes is still pretty high. But anyways, they gave up their lives during that event so we could all collectively bathe in gems and gold. Starting today, we are making a small adjustment to the way rewards are calculated in battles during Gnome Palooza. First, we'll explain why, and then we'll explain the change. A little over 1% of players are amazingly efficient at dispatching gnomes at an alarming rate. The clever ones amongst you can manage with a combination of 4 times speed, efficient team design, and the correct selection of weaker opponents to win games at a rate that is unhealthy for the economy. We were happy. That's pretty much talking directly to Ironhawk, I'm pretty sure. We were happy to see you enjoying this in the previous event, but unfortunately we have to introduce some limits for the health of the game. As of today, only if a Gnome Palooza is active, so this only applies to specifically a Gnome Palooza being active, our rewards from gnomes will be reduced if one of the 2 things is noted in battle. If the battle is completed too quickly, which we'll be going over exactly what that means in a moment, or if the enemies are too easy, rewards will be reduced proportionally. So if you can play 6 games per minute, Ironhawk, you still earn more than a player who plays 1 game per minute, but it will significantly less than 6 times more. We apologize that we've had to do this, and we tip our chainmail hats to the brave adventurers who pulled this off, but we really couldn't allow it to continue. So as far as what this actually did, there is a separate post on that, since they were extremely vague. Somewhere's in here. Why is it scrolling all the way down? Please go up. Why is it down here? Please go up to top. I do not have a scrolly button yet. I still need a new mouse. Why is it so far down? This is the right one, right? Gnome Palooza reward formula. Why on earth? Okay, you know what? Plan B. There we go. We reached the top. Okay, that wasn't too far away, actually. So what it actually does, since the official announcement is rather vague about this, current community research seems to suggest this is how it's handled. Speed. Take the time between the server sending your battle setup and the server receiving the battle result. If this is less than 50 seconds, your gnome rewards get scaled down to seconds taken, divided by 50. For example, if your battle, including loading time, takes 10 seconds, you'll receive only 20% of the gnome reward, and also how easy it is. Take your team score and the opponent's team score. If yours is higher, your gnome rewards get scaled down to their team score divided by your team score. Example, if your team score is 15,000, your opponent's team score is 3,750, you'll receive only 25% of the gnome reward, and the rest is basically just says it'll take the lowest one. So, yeah, it'll take whatever the lowest percent is. So if one of your percent's only like 5% and the other one's like 50%, well, you're only going to get 5% of the reward. However, one thing that I believe this does not affect is if it is a singular reward, no amount of percent reduction will ever reduce it from 1 to 0. The reason why this is relevant is it should always give you the full amount of vault keys. To my understanding, though I haven't actually messed with it yet, it should still be the exact same vault key drop rate. The only thing that this really tweaks is the infinite gold and the infinite seals and the crest, or not the crest, but you know, all the resources like gold, glory, souls, those little underrolled shard thingies seem to have been drastically reduced. However, everything else still the same rate, to my understanding. So like vault keys and stuff like that should still be the exact same rate. Also, the exact rate that you would normally get outside of vault events, or you know, the normal kind of standard vault events before Gnome Palooza ever existed, that's completely untouched. It's only specifically when a Gnome Palooza is active does it end up affecting it. Anyways, let's go do a Gnome Palooza. But before we do, we got a billion things to go read. So hello, everyone. Let me go try catching back on chat. Well, first, let me go say hello to everyone, and then we'll try going back on chat. And then we'll go actually do things like Gnome Palooza and dailies. And maybe we should go do some of the campaign. I still haven't done that yet. Might just do it off stream at this point. We'll see. But anyways, hello, Tyrion. Hello, Mister. Hello, NASA. Hello, Bill. Hello, Alien. Hello, Alpha. Hello, Gerudo. I'll catch through chat in a second. What everyone was saying. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Donald. Hello, Interception. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Ice Fist. Hello, myself. In chat. Hello, hello, Rogue. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, George. Hello, HD Addict. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Crazy. Hello, Cardo. Hello, Lestat. Hello, I'm sorry to repeat some. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, hello, Fake. No, it just scrolled on me for a moment. Hello, Brushka. Hello, Eric. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Bernice. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, Scared. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let me go try reading back through chat now. Let's see. Oh yeah, Tyron just mentioned that too. But yeah, vault key and epic vault key drop rate should still be the exact same. Only all the other resources should be reduced. So theoretically, that actually wasn't too much of a nerf, because obviously the biggest thing that you were even wanting to get as loot was the vault keys and epic vault keys anyways. So that's not too big a deal, because out of all the loots to not be touched, the vault key and epic vault key still being the same is huge, because the amount that you get is still ridiculously high compared to before Gnome Palooza ever existed. But overall, honestly, I don't mind the nerf too much. It was pretty obvious it was going to get double nerfed, and obviously that was the second part of the nerf on top of the initial nerf. But Yeah, that's kind of to be expected in the nerfs that happens. Though overall, I'm surprised they did not touch the Vault key drop rate. Though we'll find out once we do our first Gnome Palooza. But to my understanding, the Vault key drop rate was not touched. And if anyone else has any questions, anything else you want me to go over, let me know. I'm trying to read through all of chat just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Bunch of hellos. I said hello back to. Sorry, 1 second. I read too slow. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mentioned that on the forum too. They mentioned 1% of players in that one post. Actually, it says it right over here. If I go back to that one post, if I go back to this post, it actually shows 1%. Let's see if I go all the way back up. So it says 1% of players. But it's kind of funny because I'm not sure what data they're going by. But if we actually go to the achievement of the game, actually I posted a screenshot of it earlier on here. This is probably a bad idea to try to scroll down through here. Okay, that was a super bad idea. Alternative method. If I go to achievements and go to the exact achievement itself, that's not how you get to achievement. How do you get to achievements like these days? Right here. If you go to here and you click all achievements, we can actually see that the number of people that have used the Gnome Palooza is 1%. Okay, it's 1.1%. It was exactly 1% earlier, but now it's 1.1% because obviously there's another Vault event going on right now. But it was exactly 1%. I actually have a screenshot of it earlier. That was that exact 1%, and they said 1% in the thing, so it's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure they mean 1% of that 1%. Like all the people who had like double Ironhawk, because they specifically mentioned 6 per minute, and to do 6 per minute, you literally would have to own double Ironhawk. It's not possible without it. So that's probably what they were referring to. And they meant 1% of that 1%. Oh yeah, here's the Elite Pass. I still never collected the thingy for it. Actually, I bought it a little bit earlier today because I forgot to do it earlier. But speaking of forgot, I haven't even like done the campaign thing yet. Not sure if I'll do it. Maybe we'll do it on stream tomorrow night. We'll see. Probably not tonight though. But I still got a lot to do. Anything that didn't automatically get done, pretty much, is what we still have to do. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take too long, like an hour or so. But anyways, let's go do Gnome Palooza. And go do the first Gnome Palooza since it's been nerfed and see exactly how hard it's been nerfed. So I'm kind of curious, what exactly is the team score difference? If we go to Cinemirage, for example, and we check what difficulty 1 is at, and we check their... You don't have a team score. How are we supposed to know what the team score is? Ours is 19,000 something, though. So, oh, wait, it might be lower if we do the other team. Where's my farm team? There it is. Okay, we're at 18,235. Also, doesn't it technically benefit us to have less stats? So I'm going to deliberately have less stats by doing this. I might as well keep it that. I don't think that's doing anything. So do we actually have a lower score now? And I'm sure this is really going to make much of a difference. I'm not sure it made any difference. But regardless, let's see what happens. So let's go activate Gnome Palooza. And then go do that for the next 15 minutes. Kafsiscane, you do battle in 4 seconds in build 2. Before it takes like 15 seconds for loading times. Yeah, it still counts the loading times, I believe, and how many seconds for that. However, the team score difference is going to make the main percent that reduces it down. What happened at to Gnome Kill displayed? It stopped at something out of 60. Did it? I'm not sure what you mean by that. It should still keep tracking. Unless they put a hard cap on how many epic pity keys you can get in a given week. Oh, did they do on forums the breakdown for it? Okay, I didn't check that. Okay, let's just go use a Gnome Palooza and see what happens. Also, let me go bring up the tracker. Let's see. I'll bring up this one. So let's go put it over here because we're going to need slightly more room. And let's go adjust the numbers to all the zeros. 0 plus 0 plus 0. Alright, see what we get. Should be fine. Okay, so let's go see what we can do off of Gnome Palooza. Also, thank you, Alpha. I almost didn't see that earlier, but thank you. You said, welcome back. Hope the trip went well. It went amazing. Oh, yeah, I haven't even had the chance to talk about it. Gosh, there's just so many things. And if there's anything else you guys want me to mention, do let me know. But about the game or anything else since then. But Yeah, the trip was really, really nice. Went to New Jersey, went to Philadelphia, got to see a lot of family, got to see some cousins, got to see a bunch of uncles, got to see a bunch of aunts, and, you know, just normal family stuff. We had a nice cookout, got to see a bunch of people, and, yeah, got to just relax, had a lot of fun. Had no Wi-Fi there, but I was just using the phone's data, and it actually worked out pretty well. I've never actually done that. Especially for such a long duration. But it ended up working out really, really, really well. And, yeah, I don't know. Had a good time. Had some sushi finally, too. There's a nice sushi place there. But, it went well. Pretty much how you'd expect kind of any family trip. Though very annoying travel. Also, when I was leaving there was a thunderstorm. And we had to, like, leave through a thunderstorm. We actually got delayed by, like, half an hour. And even when they finally left, they still left, like, straight into a thunderstorm. But luckily, it passed enough that we were out of it within, like, 10 minutes. But, yeah, that was almost scary. I'm normally not, like, afraid at all, like, doing flights. But, yeah, he, like, literally went straight into a thunderstorm. It was pretty funny. But, yeah, nothing happened, obviously. It passed enough that it wasn't really... They kind of realized it wasn't really much. But it was still, like, literally, like, downpouring and, like, lightning, like, every, like, several seconds. But, luckily, it wasn't an issue other than a slight delay. Did I have some New Jersey pizza? Of course. You had to, from 2 different places, both absolutely amazing. It made me like pizza again. The only problem is there's no places even remotely close to that near me. Anyways, let's go do Gnome Palooza. Let's do the first one, see how nerfy it is. Let's go crack one. I think we're still 14. Unfortunately, these are weaker than they were if we would have initially used them. So anyone who saved a high amount of them, that was technically bad. But we had no way of knowing that, obviously. Where on earth do you craft Gnome Palooza again? I completely forgot. Oh, yeah, we still need to go over the video, too. I unfortunately did not have time to cover the video. However, we will be doing so sometime tomorrow, hopefully. But anyways, where on earth is Gnome Palooza? They nerfed Gnome Palooza by making it impossible to craft Gnome Palooza. No. But anyways, let's go and see what happens. Oh, you ended up buying a guitar? Nice. I didn't end up getting anything while I was on vacation. No souvenirs or anything. Actually, I did get a little bell thing that my uncle ended up giving me because I used to do a lot of percussion stuff. But aside from that, I didn't actually bring anything back. I didn't really have enough room in my bag. Okay, so let's see. What kind of loot did we get? Okay, but that was a single legendary ingot. The gold was like 400 something. Gosh. It's going to feel weird seeing such low, ridiculously low values. So how many souls do we get from these soul gnomes? Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, those are some pitiful numbers. However, that's not the loot we're looking for. What we're looking for, of course, are those juicy Volkey and epic Volkey drops. Oh, I forgot to check my numbers starting. Oh, no! I forgot to check my starting numbers. Well, we found a Volkey right there. Quick. Quick. These numbers, -1. Let me just screenshot it real quick. Boom, those. Right there. Okay. Good enough. Whoops. I forgot to check our starting numbers. Whatever those numbers were our starting numbers. I'll need to check it later. Oh, -1 on the Volkey, though. I don't think we got anything other than the one Volkey there, though. So yeah, a lot of these side loots are ridiculously nerfed. However, that's not what we're after. We're after our Volkeys and epic Volkeys. As long as those are still the same rate, doesn't really matter. Also, that amazing music. Oh, gosh, I love that music. Another Volkey already. But yeah, we're just going to get showered in loot as per usual. So Volkey, epic Volkey definitely have not been nerfed well. But everything else was nerfed way, way into the ground. However, those weren't really the really enticing stuff. They're still nice to get them. But now you actually have to soul farm. Oh. No, I'm pretty sure the soul rate's still absolutely insane for this. But yeah, already 2 Volkeys. So it does look like Volkeys and epic Volkeys have indeed not been touched. It's just specifically the actual loot values have been nerfed by, basically with what we're doing now, I believe we're only getting about 10% of the normal loot. Well, we can kind of tell. If that one Soul Gnome drop was a 2,500 and it nerfed now to 900, that means we're getting like, what, 20-ish%? The easiest way to tell would be to figure out what Soul Gnome's lowest drop is. And then see how many souls we get for it. So one of them I saw was a 600 something. So if that's the case, that means we're getting... Wait, how would we even get 600 then? That would have to be his 2,500 drop. Because that would be about 20% or so. But yeah, that seems about right. So we're getting basically 20% less loot. which is still basically double. Because if you take, well, more than double, obviously we're getting showered in Volkeys and other stuff. But, oh, it's going to feel weird, because now whenever we get a gem drop from him, it's always going to be 1. So now his 1 gem key drop is the same as a 4 gem key drop, because the 4 gem key drop gets nerfed down to 1 gem key. So we got 170 glory from one of the gnome drops. So if it's 20%, that means we're actually getting 17% right now, currently. Is that the case? That might be correct. Because that'd be 17% if we dropped off the soul gnome. I mean, off the glory gnome, I mean. But yeah, definitely quite the nerf in that regard. But after getting like millions of glory, souls, and everything else, I'm pretty sure they kind of had to. But to my understanding, yeah, Volkeys, epic Volkeys are untouched. We'll find out at the end of this hour exactly how many we got. Plus we got a little bit delayed in the first minutes because I forgot to check how many we had to start with. We already hit our daily gems. Trade stones haven't been touched. That's weird. Oh, I guess they were bad enough that it doesn't need to be. Oh, also Jewel Gnome hasn't been touched, though I think that's an oversight on their part. Because we just got 20 from that. Hey, Jewel Gnome's not useless for once. Maybe they did that deliberately to make Jewel Gnome not useless. There's a small chance that's the case, though I doubt it. Because other useless gnomes, like the Trait Stone Gnome, also got nerfed. I think they just forgot to nerf a couple of values. But yeah, Jewel Gnome is actually not horrific right now. Like, relative to the other gnomes. Because it seems to be given the full amount. Unlike other gnomes. Oh, we got a medal already. So how many codes do you have showering us with? Oh yeah, I have like 1 billion codes. I'll hand out the first one after we finish out this Gnome Palooza. And we'll have plenty more soon. Actually, I probably should have given out one before we even started the Gnome Palooza. But at this point, I kind of have to wait until we finish. Once this Gnome Palooza is done, and I have no clue how long, like 10 minutes? Or, you know, obviously it's 15 minutes long, but I have no clue how much time is left. But once it's finished, we'll hand out a code. But yeah, we'll hand out 3 codes today, I think. We'll hand out the first one as soon as this ends. We'll have 2 more at some point this stream. We'll be going for probably a couple hours, so I am a little bit towards the tired side. My sleep schedule has been, like, really, really weird the last couple days. So, yeah, I do need sleep at some point, though. So I can't go too long tonight. But, hopefully the Saturday, and particularly the Sunday, might go for quite a bit longer and get a nice, juicy stream in there. I'll still probably go for 2 or 3 hours right now. Definitely not past midnight, though. But as Isabel I mentioned, definitely feel free to like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys have anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Been gone for about 2 weeks now. Oh yeah, we got the Mythic last week too. Haven't made any mention of Mythic yet. So I kind of made mention of it the week leading up to it. However, it's basically useless. It's essentially just Beatrix, but weaker. So yeah, it's a pretty underwhelming Mythic. I haven't used it a single time yet. It just seems really bad. It doesn't even get to destroy. It does remove as well. Well, it's not going to be like a super short stream tonight. We'll still go for about a couple hours. Just a bit tired. What toppings did you eat on the pizza? We've had a couple. We had plain, we had a veggie pizza, and we had a oh gosh, what was the other one? A half pepperoni, half sausage. So those were the 3 I had. All 3 were amazing. So I do like traditional plain, probably the most of them. There's something about New Jersey plain pizza is just amazing. But no, the other 2 were still amazing too. It's actually been a while since I've had a white pizza. I actually really like them. Those like the veggie pizza things. I need to find a place near me that does it like not horrifically bad. The problem is a lot of places don't do it too well. This is one of my favorite types of pizzas. In the category of pizzas. Let's see, what are my absolute favorites? Probably like the white pizza with like spinach and broccoli and all that. Just standard plain and Hawaiian pizza. Oh yeah, that was the other one that we got too. We also got Hawaiian pizza over there. That was also amazing. Also, my uncle knew the guy that owned the place, so he was able to like absolutely just load it up. It was amazing. We went to 2 different pizzerias though for them, but the Hawaiian one was from the that one. Did I visit Center City in Philadelphia? No. We're mostly at the house for a good majority of the time. We went out for a few things, but overall it was mostly just kind of partying at the house. We had a cookout 2 nights, did fireworks 3 different nights, had a bonfire. Oh yeah, it was a really fun experience. It was a great little vacation seeing family. And that'll be our last trip for a while, hopefully. Because I feel like I've been taking like 1 billion lately. Also, gosh, the Volky drop rate has not been nerfed at all, wow. I'm actually really surprised they did not tweak it. Though I'm kind of glad they didn't. Because that's the most useful thing. Honestly, I wouldn't even care if we were getting 0 glory, 0 souls, and 0 everything else right now, as long as the Volky and Epic Volky drop rate wasn't touched. Which is basically what they did. So overall, honestly, I don't hate this nerf, to be honest. Like, I still wish they would have balanced this in the first place before it even came out. But, I didn't have to nerf it twice over. But, honestly, I don't mind it at all. Oh, so there's a potion gem right there. We haven't really gotten to do much with potions just because, obviously, in Gnome Palooza, you don't really touch the board. But, I don't mind this nerf that much. Because the main thing that you really, really want, they didn't touch. Which are the Volky and Epic Volkies. Because that's where you get all the power orbs from. That's where you get the blue orbs, the purple orbs, all the other juicy stuff. And all the unique drops that you can't get otherwise. Hey, Epic Volky! They're still around. I think that's our first one, if I'm not mistaken. Because we started at 118. Oh yeah, we should probably switch. Yeah, now that they nerfed the other thing, we should probably switch out Greed for Sister Superior so it goes slightly quicker. That is true. Because I believe our gold rate's getting nerfed too. Let me double check real quick. Does it nerf our actual base gold? Though regardless, I think we might switch to Sister Superior because of that. But then again, is that technically more of a reason not to switch if it didn't nerf the gold? It actually didn't nerf the gold. The double gold is still a thing. That's interesting. Theoretically, it's actually more worthwhile using Greed now compared to before. Because they did not nerf the double gold that you get for completing out one of these battles. So the loot that you're getting from Greed actually was not touched. It's not getting that 20% reduction thing. Or, you know, the reduction that, based on the percent difference. So theoretically, Greed's actually more useful now. Though yes, if you want to maximize how many Volkies and Epic Volkies you get, theoretically you would actually switch over to Sister Superior, which honestly we might just switch back to at this point, since that's still the main thing we're after. But no, theoretically, compared to how it was before, Greed is actually better to run as Sister Superior relative to what it was before. However, if you're just looking for just Volkies and Epic Volkies, which for the most part we pretty much are, it's probably just better running Sister Superior, so we will probably switch back after this. We were at some point. I don't think I've saved a team, or we're using a different one. Oh, I think I was using the top one, that's why. Which I overwrit when we did a video that one week. And I never changed the other one back to Sister Superior. Because by the end of the last event, we were just doing Sister Superior only, and just kind of dropped the whole Greed thing. But I forgot to change my main team to Sister Superior. But no, Greed does still give full gold if you do want to use the Greed route. Sister Superior saves like 1 second every battle though, which would theoretically nerf all your other loot. However, it would still give you the highest rate for epic vault keys and vault keys due to the ever so slightly higher speed that it does. And the main reason for that is the lack of explosion that it has. It does have a partial delay due to the 2 bless though. But that's like milliseconds. Compared to the explosion that wastes like a second or 2. So theoretically, you're gaining loot in that 1 or 2 seconds. Because that slight delay is giving you extra loot off of the things. So it's so minuscule that it probably doesn't matter. I don't know, either or. It really just comes down to preference, really. If you want to use Greed or Sister Superior. But the absolute quickest rate is using not Greed. You could do it that way too. However, you get double gold in Gnome Palooza too while using Greed. Whereas you don't get it outside of it. But I'll probably just switch this to Superior for the rest of the time after this. It really just comes down to how much you want to prioritize going just for the Vault Keys and Epic Vault Keys. It's not too much of a time difference. Though I believe running Sister Superior is about 2 or 3 more battles per... I think it's 2. I think someone did the math on it earlier. But I believe it's around 2, maximum 3 extra battles per Gnome Palooza that you use. Is what it comes down to. As far as how much time saving you get from using Sister Superior compared to using Greed. However, the gold difference is like 200,000, I think? 100,000, 200,000? So it's a pretty substantial amount of gold difference. Alright, let's see how many keys we did. Not what I wanted. Okay. So, what were our starting keys at? I need to go check back 15 minutes ago. And make sure to subtract 1 from that number. So we started with, please pause. Stop not pausing. There we go. So we started with 118 Epic Vault Keys and 1,068 of the other, or 1,067. What's a good way of memorizing this? I'm just gonna put in this other one. Just so I don't forget. It's not currently visible, but I'll know that's there. So we started with 1,067. And then we had 118. Okay. So that means... So 67 and 18 is what we have to remember then. So 67 and 18. So that means we're at 12... Oh, wrong one. So that means we're at 12. No clue what our pity is. And 1. And if I had to guess, our pity is at 7. 8, actually. 9. 8. Let's go with 8. Alright, let's see if I guessed correctly. How many pity do we have already? 1 Gnome Palooza gave us 9 pity. I was going to guess 9 next. I believe it gives about 9 or 10 pity, depending on how you go, if you started at literally 0. But though, given that we wasted a minute, I thought we'd be a little bit lower. But nope, we still hit 9 pity. But look at that, an entire Vault event in 1 Gnome Palooza. This, compared to pre-nerf Vault events, is still pretty insane. We basically did an entire, like, what, 10, 12 hour of Vault event grinding prior to Gnome Palooza existing within a duration of 15 minutes. So within 15 minutes, while getting sidetracked for 1 of those minutes, we did what used to be basically an entire Gnome Palooza of loot. Because if you compare that to, like, a old Vault event, you even saw it, those numbers that we had there earlier at the beginning of stream, like before we put this up at 15 minutes ago, those were basically the values that were there. And that was from an entire week of grinding. Now, ever since Vault events, that's, like, what you do in one single Gnome Palooza. But yeah, the rates seem not nerfed at all. Well, the other loot, obviously. But Valkyries, Epic Valkyries, they seem normal. That seems exactly like what it normally does. So that's pretty cool. Because that doesn't seem like it's been touched at all. And obviously they all still count towards your pity keys too. So like right now we already hit 21 normal Valkyries and a epic. Though of course a lot of that's from pity. Let me go grab these real quick. Already have the team for it, might as well. Oh yeah, let me go hand out a code. Let me go do that right now as well. Also, I did get more codes, so we're not going to run out of code. Hey! Also, they did not nerf any of the loot outside of Gnome Palooza. And that means the rate for versus still hasn't been nerfed. To my understanding, if it hasn't been nerfed, for my rates I was getting earlier, you should be able to get 1 to 2 verses per hour from grinding Explore. So if you were to use this team and Explore and just grind over and over and over again. Also, let me go change this out for Sister Superior. I got on the Sister Superior route for a bit. But if you were to just grind it out using this team. Oh gosh, another one already? As you can see, yeah, you can get like 2 full verses an hour. Though that's way above average. Gosh, 2 within 3 battles. Same guy too. That's the one I've been needing more of. Now I have the lowest of 2, I believe. Because before it was 4 and now it's got 2 verse 4s. So now we're lowest on number 2. Whereas for the longest time, actually this I think is the first time ever where 4 is not our lowest one. Which is pretty cool. Alright, let me go get you guys the code. Just finish out this one battle. The last of the relevant adventure board. Good thing we came here. Gosh, 2 scrolls just for clearing out adventure board. You got 3 verses in a row, but they were all verse 1. Interesting. I just got 2 verse 4s pretty much in a row. Only 1 battle separating them. But yeah, all loot outside of Vault events, I mean, all loot outside of Gnome Palooza has not been nerfed. Only specifically in Gnome Palooza does that nerf apply. Also, am I really just 1 gnome away from the next pity? That's sad. Also, while we're doing daily stuff, I might as well go clear this out real quick. Well, if we really want to go do daily stuff, I still have to do the entirety of the week's campaign. I'm probably just going to do that off stream at this point. Because I'm pretty sure it's not even relevant to do it on stream. I don't know, unless you guys want to see it tomorrow night. I guess we might just do it tomorrow night. I don't know. Might as well. But I'm pretty sure everyone has pretty much done it by now. Plus, I've already started some of them, so it'd be kind of weird trying to go over all of them since we've already partially started. Oh yeah, we still never did this code. Let me go finish out these dungeons then. You know what? I'll make it up by making a juicy code. The other 2 will be normal, but I'm going to make this first code the juicy code. We're going to start with the best. Since I keep forgetting. Start with the super good one. Still have a few of those left, and this is a special occasion. The one that has the 25 gems in it. Which is more relevant now that Gnome Palooza got nerfed. Though you still get a lot of keys from the vault keys themselves. Okay. Let's go do code. I was like going towards that area and then completely forgot. Because I haven't needed to do it for like 2 weeks now. To the code section! Let me go grab the juicy, big, beefy codes. Click save. Oh yeah, I still need to go get all the new codes that Kafka gave me put in here. I still have quite a few codes left over though. I have like 10 codes left. Plus like about 8 juicy ones. Not counting this one. Okay. Let me go get you guys the big code. All I have to do is figure out where on earth the code section is. And I might need to open a new one because I have no clue where it is. One moment. The struggle of not streaming for so long, I actually do not have it open. Gotta go make a new one. Redeem code. Put that in there, put that in there, put that in there. Click refresh, put this over here. Put that there, grab the whole thing, and here you guys go. Here is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters, starting with VY. And it gives the same, or sorry, not the same reward, but the juicier reward of 25 gems, 5,000 gold, and 500 souls. There you guys go. Enjoy. We'll have 2 more to stream as well. But I figured since we kept accidentally delaying it, hand out the bigger one first. And we'll have the smaller ones as we progress. But let's see what our scrolls are doing, or our verses. So how many verses? Now that we just got 2 more, what are our verses looking like these days? Yeah, for the first time ever, verse 2 is now our lowest verse. Previously, 4 was either our lowest or tied at lowest, but we just got 2 verse 4s, so now 2 is officially, for the first time, our lowest, whereas verse 4 was perpetually our lowest prior to then. And I believe this is Savage Lips, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that drops verse 2. So hopefully we'll get lucky and find her. Though we still have 12 or 13 more sets, so yeah, we can still run quite a few more. Probably run at least a few more to stream, obviously, and maybe farm for a bit. But I don't know, maybe we'll just run verses the whole time, or Gnome Paloozas. But anyways, check our, oh yeah, there's nothing. Oh gosh, I hate that so much. I'm gonna do that so many times. But anyways, let's continue. Actually, let me see if I can repick one of these and get lucky. Let me go repick the treasure hunt one. Reroll. Brown Slayer, perfect. Honestly, I kind of just want to keep re-rolling everything and hope we get lucky like that. Win Explore and Drifting Sands a bunch of times. How about... Actually, I could just go there during a Gnome Palooza. Let me do that. Reroll. Good. Oh, wow. Well, these perfect rerolls. I wish every single one of these would reroll this way. The reason why I'm rerolling these, even though they're easy tasks, is they generally reroll into a generic task. This is not always the case, but more often than not, they do. And the nice thing about generic tasks is even though they take a bit longer than whatever was previously there, they can generally be done anywheres. And this is pretty relevant for the fact that we're focusing on Gnome Palooza. So we can kind of get them done without actually wasting any time, is ideally what we're trying to do. So yeah, let's go do Drifting Sands, I guess. When we're in a Gnome Palooza, it actually does not matter where our location is, because they're all going to be gnomes. So yeah, they're all equally easy. Also, hello, Eric, and thank you for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's go do a Gnome Palooza again, but this time do it in Drifting Sands. Let me make sure I'm on Explore 1, though. Oh, good, I am. Okay, perfect. Don't even need to change it. Let's go start up another one. Let's see. I'm looking for Soulforge, Other, and let's go get another one rolling. And see how it goes. Alright, yeah. I was just double checking if I need to like check my numbers again. I forgot. We could just check based on base numbers. I don't have to check it every single time. Let's go to Drifting Sands. Oh, that's not the team I want. Oh, I hate when I do that. No, time waste. We wasted like 10 seconds. No. Hate when I do that. But yeah, I'll hand out another code after this one. And then we'll hand out the third a little bit later. But after this Gnome Palooza, we'll hand out another code. And the third code we'll have at some point later to stream. As everyone mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, thank you all for coming back. It's been a while. Feels good to be back. I so miss streaming to you guys. It's so much fun just coming every single day, coming together, messing around with stuff in this game. I absolutely love the Gems of War community. Well, the game has been doing some questionable things here and there, especially Puzzle Quest 3 as well. But just 505 games, or not 505 games, but I don't know, Infinity Plus 2 just been doing some weird stuff lately. But I don't know, it could have been because of pandemic. Blame the pandemic. But I don't know. But overall, the community for the game has always still been like absolutely insane. Like you even saw in the forum, like they gathered all the information, everything that the devs wouldn't even post and all that. Like the community is absolutely amazing for this game and always has been since like day one. I really appreciate all of you guys. Because that's definitely one of the main things that has had me staying with Gems of War. I do still like its really fast gameplay and everything. But the community is just absolutely amazing. And so are these gnomes. I still can't believe how insane of a buff these Vault events are. Even after the double nerf, if you compare Vault events now compared to pre Gnome Palooza, it is still a gigantic buff. Which honestly is why I probably don't mind them nerfing Gnome Palooza a billion times over. As long as they don't touch the Vault Key. As long as the next Vault event comes around and they're like, oh, you know what? We're going to also nerf the Vault Key drop rate. Which you know is almost guaranteed going to happen. I'm calling it now. Like a week before the next Vault event, or sometime before the next Vault event, they will do a third nerf that will drop the Vault Key drop rate. But even then, the overall loot is still way better than what past events were. Like, we did an entire Vault weekend in 15 minutes earlier. Or, you know, with the one Gnome Palooza triggering. Thank you, everyone. Is Enraged Carandera worth crafting? No. It is like one of the last things you should ever get within the game. It's about as bad as Xenos, except it costs like way, way, way more. But yeah, I would almost never get Enraged Carandera. The only slight benefit to it compared to Xenos is it does actually count for a kingdom upgrade. Oh wait, did we just get a verse? Cool. I didn't see what one it was. It looked like 4. I couldn't tell what verse that was. But yeah, you can still get verses during Gnome Paloozas. That rate was, of course, already nerfed before this ever happens. However, it is about, I would say about 1 every 6 Gnome Paloozas, you'll get 1 verse. Approximately. So we just got 1. So that's nice. And then we only did 2 so far. Well, 1.5. The drop rate for Gnome Palooza gnomes for the verses outside of the Vault event has not been nerfed, though. Actually, none of it has been nerfed additionally compared to the previous event. The nerfs that they did after day 1 of the previous event, they haven't been nerfed more since then. So actually finding the verses hasn't really been changed other than that one day when they were just so ridiculously overpowered. Where you're just getting flooded with them infinitely. How many getting so many gnomes? Gnome Palooza. It was a new mechanic added a little over a month ago. And basically anytime during a Vault event is when you want to save your Gnome Paloozas. And essentially you just nerd farm, if you don't currently have the 4 scrolls for Gnome Palooza, the 4 verses, you just farm a Vault event like you normally would, just quick killing explore. And then after quick killing explore, you will end up getting a bunch of verses. And then once you have a set of 4, you can trigger Gnome Palooza for 15 minutes where it just triggers this. And you just kill them very rapidly. If you don't have double Ironhawk, your next best bet is to use Rowain Quick Kill, which is hero with anything, followed by Rowain, Leprechaun, and Mirage Queen. And you just cast Leprechaun, get Rowain to full mana, cast it, win, and just keep doing that over and over again. Also, Rowain build gets slightly more loot than what this build would as well. Not in a Vault Key or Epic Vault Key perspective, but because you're doing a higher difficulty, you could do like 2, Explore 3. If you're really late in the game, Explore 4. So you would theoretically be getting slightly more loot, not just from that, but you would also be getting slightly more of a percent of the Gnome Palooza loot, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it seems a little bit slower. It wins about 4 times per minute, whereas this wins about 6 times per minute. So if you have the double Ironhawk, you definitely want to use the double Ironhawk. However, Rowain build isn't as bad compared to the previous Vault events, because now with how the loot from them scales, you're theoretically getting slightly better percent. You're still getting 50% less Vault Keys from using a Rowain build. However, you're not getting 50% overall less loot, because the other loot's technically slightly higher, like the souls, the gold, the souls, the glory, all that kind of stuff. But overall, obviously, if you have double Ironhawk, definitely use the double Ironhawk build. So hopefully Ironhawk rolls back around. It is still, while it is slightly less viable compared to before, it is still the most viable way to do Vault events, by far. It's not even close. So, yeah, it's still insane to have Ironhawk. I would still consider it S tier. Like the top of S tier. Like, potentially the most important troop in the entire game to own. Just because this is a really resource-heavy game. And he helps you farm more resources whenever a Vault event comes around. And it's still technically 50% better than Rowain. What are people talking about nerfing the Gnome Palooza? Just you're giving the devs some spoil the game. Just be grateful what you got. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind a nerf too much. I really wish they would have released Gnome Palooza in general in a much better state than they did, given that they had to double nerf it. But it is still way better than what it was before Gnome Palooza ever existed. So every single nerf I don't mind as much. The main nerf I would kind of hate a little bit is if the next nerf they do is like hurts the Vault Keys and stuff. But I could somewhat understand if they do it, though that one would hurt the most. Like these other resources I don't mind as much. But if we get like a patch like next Gnome Palooza where we get like 50% less or 75% less Vault Keys during it, that'd be somewhat unfortunate. But as long as they don't touch the Vault Keys, I don't know, I really don't mind this nerf at all. Assuming that Volkeys are never touched. Though this nerf combined with them then going and nerfing the Volkeys would hurt a little bit. Though it would still be more efficient than what Vault events were, even before the event. Honestly, anything's a buff compared to what it was. It's just so weird that they keep tweaking it over and over again. So hopefully they're finally done tweaking it and they'll just leave it as is. Because if this is what Vault events are permanently like now, they're like insane still compared to before. It's still like an overall 5 times buff to what Vault events used to be, if not more. And that's counting the time to actually farm the verses. Because basically the gameplay loop that you're supposed to do with this, though we still have some excess from when it was super overpowered that one day, but the basic gameplay loop is you play for 1 hour, get a Gnome Palooza, then you play for 15 minutes using that Gnome Palooza, and then you keep doing that over and over again. Also, we just got a double Volkey. Please don't nerf it. Don't do it, devs. Don't do it. Plus, we just got 4 Jewel Gnomes, which actually aren't as bad anymore. I can no longer say Jewel Gnome is the worst Gnome in the game, because they're actually still... Oh, their gem rate actually is nerfed. However, their Jewel rate is not nerfed. That's funny. It only gave 1 diamond. But it's, which is kind of funny because it's so rare that you even get the diamond drop, and now it's got nerfed down to 1 because of the other thing. So now they really don't give that many diamonds, because I didn't even think about that either. You know what? They're even worse now. Never mind. Jewel Gnomes are still awful. Even though they forgot to adjust the Jewel rate. Oops, I did not mean to take that. They now, whenever they have one of their bigger diamond drops, it's not even a bigger diamond drop anymore. So if they trigger their 10 or 20 diamond drop, it's now 1 diamond. Or if they do their 10, I think it's like 1 or 2. We just got 1 there, so I assume it's 1 because I believe the smallest drop is a 10. So now whenever the normal gnome gives you the higher rate of those 2s and 4s, they both get nerfed down to 1. But when a Jewel Gnome does its very rare like 10, it still gets nerfed down to 1, which means now even more so than ever. Normal gnomes give more diamonds than the Jewel Gnome. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. They really need to increase the rate of it dropping its diamond drop. It's always been an issue where it was doing less, but now it's like hilarious. Because it's literally doing the exact same amount at a rare rate now. The 1 diamond drop. Compared to the other thing doing a 1 diamond drop. Oh yeah, Myrtle Beach is a pretty fun area. Though after living in it so long, it kind of loses its appeal a little bit. Because you've kind of done like every attraction around so many times. Also, even though there's a lot of places to eat around here, there's not a lot of good places to eat, surprisingly. Like, there's a high number of places, but a bit of a lacking in quality of places. Like, when I was in the New Jersey, Philadelphia area, there was just so many amazing places to eat. And you compare that to, like, some place like here. Like, there's a lot more selection here. But as far as the actual quality of your average place, it's way lower. And I believe the main reason for that is a lot of places around here have really high turnover rate. And also because this is a minimum wage state. And by minimum wage state, I mean $7.25. Whereas I believe New Jersey's like 10, if not higher. And Philadelphia's, I have no clue what. So that could also be a factor as well. Because I know I would never work a minimum wage job here. Like literally almost any freelance or online work would pretty much do more than getting a minimum wage job in this area. So a lot of places have really high turnover rate because they refuse to pay anything. Like I think the average place is like $8 an hour, I think. Because obviously they're a little bit higher than minimum wage. But some of them quite literally are just the minimum wage mark. Oh, so how's this Gnome Palooza not over yet? I feel like this one's been going on for a while. Yeah, minimum wage is very low here. It's less than half of 15. Which a lot of places are starting to adopt the whole 15 minimum wage thingy. But no, it's literally half that. Less than half that. And a lot of businesses don't even have to pay that either. Because there's some other law for specifically tip workers. Where if they make tips, you don't have to actually pay them the difference. So I think there's some places where they only have to pay out like $2 or something per hour that they have someone working for tips. Or something like a similarly absurdly low. Because as long as they make enough tips to make at least $7.25 per hour, they don't have to pay the difference. So they only have to pay like $1, $2, or $3 per hour or something to some tip workers. Which of course are like all waiters and stuff like that. So the business itself doesn't even have to pay that full amount. Like not even close. And even if they did, $7.25 is already absurdly low. This channel pretty much still makes that low minimum wage, though. But it's a lot more fun, and a lot more flexible hours. Like, if I had a normal work, I could have literally been fired, potentially. If I just, like, randomly took off for, like, what was that, like 10 days? I think our last stream was, or 11 days. But luckily, with something like this, we could literally do it whenever. And we could just schedule videos to go out like we did for the... Oh, yeah, what do you guys think of that, by the way? I never did ask that this entire stream on the many list of things to mention. But what do you guys think of the series? Did you guys watch it? I know it was kind of long. But given that people watch streams, I figured it would kind of work. Because I think the series was like, what, 10 hours, 12 hours long? I know it took forever to record. But I forget what the final time came out to. Because it was kind of rushing at the end there. Trying to make sure it all got out in time. But I think it was almost 12 hours long. Where we went over every troop in the entire game. Or the 1004 that existed at the time. I think there's like, what, 1007 now? Somewhere around there. Yeah, the series was super long. I haven't even rewatched the whole thing. I did for one of them just to make sure it was recording correctly. The common one that was only an hour long. But I haven't even looked at the rest of them. I looked at it enough to make sure the recording was working correctly. But I did not actually rewatch them just because it was so long. And I was in a bit of crunch for time to leaving. Also, gosh, we're doing really good on Gnome Paloozas during Gnomes. We found 2 Gnome Palooza scrolls within that Gnome Palooza. So we got half a Gnome Palooza back during that. That's pretty nice. Make a poll. Make a poll on what? On what? If you guys enjoyed the series? Oh no, would you guys want to... I guess that would be the poll question. Let's see. I know how I want to word it. Would you watch 1 hour plus guide videos like the ones we posted? Okay, I think that's how I want to post the question. It didn't show up on my screen yet. Come on, slow computer. Load already. But yeah, that'll be the poll question. Tears for sandwiches. But yeah, the question was, would you watch 1 hour or longer guide videos like the ones posted last week? Is the poll question. And we'll see what the results come out to. But anyways, I did say I would hand out another code, so let me go hand out another code. And we'll have one more a little bit later. Let me go hand out the second one, and then we'll have one more a little bit later. This will be the normal size code, same as the other one. Started with the big one just because I kind of kept forgetting to post it. But let me go put this out. But I know the 1 hour plus videos isn't for everyone. They get like really, really long sometimes. But there are some things that kind of just have to be that long. Like whenever we finally do the class tier list video, there's no way that's not going to be over an hour. Like that's literally impossible not to make it over an hour. Wait, I just did the same code again. Oh, apparently I have already handed out... Oh, you know what? That was the code I handed out before I left. I remember now. Alright, let me go get you guys this code then. Aha. I forgot to save it from last time. Where on earth is... Actually, you know what a poll question I would want to ask? Though specifically to the people saying no. Is would you be more interested in watching a 1-hour guide video if we did it as a premiere and we were in chat with everyone during it? Because we haven't actually done the premiere thing yet. That would actually be kind of fun if we like planned a big video and then had like a big premiere for it and I was like in chat like with everyone, watching it with everyone and commenting, chatting and all that. So it'd almost be more like a stream that's pre-recorded. But here you guys go. There's the, except I wouldn't be able to reply specifically in the video because it's already pre-recorded. But the chat, of course, we could. But anyways, there's the second code. I'll have another one in a little bit. But there you guys go. Same as thing as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Unusable on PC mobile version of the game. There you guys go. Enjoy. And, okay. Let me go double check our numbers. We'll keep updating every single time. Let's see. We started at 1,067. Which means we found 33. And we found 2 of the other ones. So 33. Wow, we found a lot more that time. But yeah, vault keys are definitely not nerfed, confirmed. I know that was already confirmed, but super confirmed. Like, that is definitely not nerfed. Also, this text is too big. I need to make it smaller. Where is the make text smaller button? There we go. That might be too small. Good enough. At least it fits now. It's gonna get bigger. That number shall increase. Let's see. But there we go. That should be fine. There's no way to do in between those 2 values, so we'll just have to go with that. I'm not sure why. It doesn't have like a direct input for the value in this program that I'm using. But anyways, alright, let's keep going. Let's go use another Gnome Palooza. I even go for 2 more to stream. Actually, might go for even more than that. We'll see. We have enough to, that's for sure. We got 14 left. We're not going to use them all this weekend, though, of course. Plus, we're going to farm some normally. But we still got exactly a dozen left. How do you have chat on the video? And can you see it? Or are you looking at another monitor? Oh, I'm looking at another monitor to be able to see the chat. Oh, check campaign task? Oh, yeah, I think we completed out a lot of them, actually. Because I'm trying to make them all generic. So we did finish out Drifting Sands by doing that. That was easy. We finished out this one. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. Okay, we gotta go kill 1 Great Mole. Just for the sake of it. Just to get this out of the way. It's way quicker doing whatever this is. 1 Great Mole, please. It's not a Great Mole. Great Mole, go. Great Mole, go. Nope. Come on. How hard is it to find 1 single Great Mole? Should have found one already. Dude, Great Mole. How does no one have a Great Mole set? Someone has to have a Great Mole set for this week. Like, this one's super easy just to clear out real quick. Gosh. It just does not want to give me a Great Mole. There it is, finally. Well, nerf's the team we use. I'll just use Night Spider, I guess. I really love this team. This is probably the funnest team that has ever existed in the history of this game, at least for me, personally. I absolutely love this team. Hope it never gets nerfed, like the Scouting Key team did. Scouting Key team was fun for the longest time, but the most recent nerf just made it, unfortunately, just unplayable. That was not enough to kill. I was kind of expecting it to. I'll kill all the way just so he doesn't devour. Play it safe, just in case. Right, there we go. Oh yeah, they're also probably in the World event. I haven't even touched the World event yet this week. I probably should at some point. No, it's impossible for me to get kicked for my own guild. But I probably should still do it. Oddly enough, we actually have to skip matching browns because I can't match browns in the other thing. Oh, I guess we could just do it. Let me just re-roll it. There we go. Good. We got one that we can easily just do wherever. Okay, let's go do another Gnome Palooza. But before we do, there's one other thing I wanted to go check. Wasn't there? Or maybe there wasn't. Also, can this thing get smaller? How do I make this smaller? There it goes. Just reading back in chat, a couple things I missed. You got back from a 3-day vacation? And it was awesome. Oh, were you? That's kind of funny. Were you in Myrtle Beach while I was not in Myrtle Beach? That's kind of funny. You're taking a vacation while I'm not here. Did you collect the World Lore event rewards? No. We don't really have anything yet. I don't think we do. Mostly because we haven't finished yet. Though we're going to passively get it done through Gnome Palooza, hopefully. But no, nothing interesting as ever on week 1. We don't get the first interesting thing until Flask, which we don't get till week 3. And having the expanded pass doesn't get you it any earlier. It doesn't start getting stuff earlier until week 5, where you start getting the week 6 stuff earlier. So the only thing that gets early is the Star a week early and the Fountain a week early. As well as giving all this, of course. But everything prior to that doesn't give a week early. So this we get the same week as everyone else. Anyways, let's go do another Gnome Palooza. Let's see. Appreciate this team. Testing you needed to level Corsair class. Well, generally, you want to be using Rowan build overall if you're going to be doing the classes with it. You can end up doing that in PvP as well. But if you're just going to be doing for Gnome Palooza, obviously you want to do that in Vault Event. I mean, not Vault Event. I mean, in the Gnome Palooza. But, yeah, the Rowan build tends to just be this. And then hero is just anything with any hero class. And then boom, you're good to go. It's just that team with hero with anything. As any hero class, and then you just get it leveled. Works pretty good. Oh, you mean for the World Lore event? Oh, okay. Wait, did I mention World Lore event team? I don't think I have mentioned anything for the World Lore event yet, have we? We haven't even covered the video. Also, we got to find an orb already. I can literally just do nothing for the event, which at this point I'm pretty sure I will. Hopefully my guild won't be mad at me for having literally 0. I think they'll understand. Oh yeah, I already bought the 2 tiers, just because it's really good value for the other thing, so I still end up getting them. I forgot I already did that at some point. I was like, wait, I already bought them? But yeah, I have, even though I haven't done a single battle. I probably won't even go over it when I mention the video at this point, to be honest. We'll probably just go over the, when I go over the video tomorrow, we're probably just going to go over Soulforge, go over the campaign pass, go over the potion effect and stuff like that. Because at this point, everything relevant, everyone has probably already done this week. In regard to that, everyone's busy just farming Vault Event now. Speaking of which, let's go start another Gnome Palooza. Let's go start another one. If I can find where our fit is. Oh, am I set to the right team? I probably am not. Just in case. Yep, I knew it. Let me go set my team correctly. Do you have to do a battle for it to set correctly? Let me just do it just in case. I'm pretty sure you could just change to it. But in case it's not. You did some seashell hunting? Yeah, this area is pretty good for it. It is pretty good for doing that. My friend I had over wasn't interested in doing it though. But it's a lot of fun. You gotta go really early in the morning though before they all get taken by everyone. Like, almost everyone in like this super early morning, like 6 a.m. kind of thing. Actually, even earlier than that sometimes. Like everyone was kind of wiped the beach if there's anything even remotely good. So you got to get there super early. Anyways, what was I doing? I was doing that so the team. Oh yeah, let's just go do another Gnome Palooza. But first, question. On Soulforge, you have only 4,500 diamonds and don't have Lord of Slaughter. Is it worth? Yes. Is he actually there this week? I didn't actually check yet this week. Yeah, get Lord of Slaughter. I think this is the second time. Does anyone recall if this is the first time Honglong's been in Soulforge? It's either first or second, and I cannot recall. I'm pretty sure it is second. But yeah, Lord of Slaughter by far not even close. Oh, actually, Weaver's here. Oh, that actually is a little hard choice. It depends what you want. Lord of Slaughter is better, but Weaver I feel like I use more often, mostly because its viability in Soulforge. Oh yeah, that's a hard choice. It really depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for just an overpowered skull spammer, there's Lord of Slaughter. But if you're looking for something you're actually going to be using more often, if you already have a couple good mythics, you use Arachne Weaver way more than you ever use Lord of Slaughter. Lord of Slaughter, it's kind of weird because Lord of Slaughter is stronger than Weaver, but Weaver is more useful than Lord of Slaughter. It's one of those weird situations. That's kind of hard to explain. But Lord of Slaughter is stronger, but Arachne Weaver is more useful. Like, there's so many more instances where you bring out Weaver, particularly Guild Wars. Like, if you're looking for a Guild War option, this is like the Guild War option. Arachne Weaver is slower, but is really good at not dying, and is insanely good at Guild Wars. Lord of Slaughter, you just click a button and then win. So those are those two options. They're both amazingly good. Like, probably even top 10 in current state of the game. Yeah, that's a hard choice. I'm pretty sure I didn't mention Arachne Weaver in S tier in the most recent Mythic tier list, didn't I? If I didn't, he definitely should be. He's like middle of S tier. And if you're looking for like a Guild War tier list, he's probably like top 3, maybe even top 1. It might even literally just be the highest for a Guild War tier list. If you're just looking for winnability. As far as overall score, it scores a little bit lower than some other builds. But if you're looking for just like never losing Guild Wars ever again, just set like a fully traded Weaver in 3rd slot and you will pretty much never lose a Guild War again. Not literally never, but it will, the rate at which it will win is pretty absurdly high. A 3rd slot Weaver in any green, blue, or purple, or sorry, any green, purple, or yellow Guild War day. Anyways, let's go start another Palooza. But yeah, that's a hard choice. They're both amazingly good. It really just depends what you're looking for. Yeah, Captain McCall's in there. Generally, you don't want to craft legends, though. There's a few legends I would say are worth going out of your way for, like Tesla. But personally, I do not feel like McCall's one of the ones worth going for. Namely because you would have to already own Mother of Darkness for it to be viable to get. And it's very unlikely someone has Mother of Darkness while simultaneously not having Captain McCall. If you are in that situation, then yes, it could be worth it. However, that is a very small amount of people that have Mother of Darkness but not Captain McCall. Like, ridiculously small amount. But if you are one of those people, yes, it could be worth getting. But unless you already have Mother of Darkness while simultaneously not having McCall, that is the only instance it would be worth getting McCall. Because that's pretty much the only team he's ever used in. For the most part. Or at least the only viable team that he's used in. Obviously, there's plenty of teams you could theoretically use him in. As far as like the super good ones, it's the only one that's used for. Gosh, I still love this music. I honestly wish every major patch would add a new music track or something amazing like it. This game really needs more memorable music. Particularly music designated for certain game modes. I hope they do that for Puzzle Quest 3 as well. It has some pretty solid music in it, but currently they all play seemingly randomly. And there's not any kind of like game mode specific music. Like PvP doesn't have its own music, it just has the generic one. Like all of them just kind of share their own like same generic one. But it has several different tracks. All of them are pretty good, but they're not like select to certain specific game modes. I really like when they do that. We pulled Mother of Darkness the week before Night Spider release. Oh wow, that's pretty lucky. What a time to get it. Have you seen the trailer for the Gnome Palooza? Yes. Did they make a new one, or are you talking about the old one? Yeah, I saw the old one. Where it had like the gold coming up 4 times on screen and the gem thing. But yeah, they made like their own little music video thingy for it. It was pretty funny. It's the first thing they posted in years too. I wish they would go back to posting stuff again. Back in the day, there used to be a preview posted on their YouTube for every single patch that ever happened. They stopped after version 2 point something, I believe. And they have never done it since. They do preview streams, but they don't do videos anymore. I guess preview streams are kind of just easier. And honestly, I've kind of done the same kind of thing a little bit here, where I've covered a lot less videos overall, and we just kind of go over stuff on stream more often. But we do generally still get around to doing the videos. It's just so much easier doing a stream. And they kind of figured the same thing. Like, why take all of our time just to do this video when we could just do a stream of it instead? So that's kind of what they've been doing lately. Because the last patch that has actually gotten one was like 4 years ago, I think. Last time they've done a video for a patch preview. And over the last 2 years or so, they've just been doing streams for it. And at some time, there was actually an overlap where they weren't doing a stream nor a video for it. There was just nothing. So at least recently, they've been doing preview streams, if nothing else. So there's still something. It's not video anymore. The videos were nice, though, because it made sure they never missed anything as far as details. Whereas the streams normally forget to mention some things. Whenever they do a preview stream for stuff. Yeah, I wish they would get around to doing it more often. Oh, an vault key with an epic vault key. Nice. Very nice. How do you buy gem keys with gems? Do you have to wait for an offer? No. The most efficient way to get gem keys within the game? For event keys, oh no, there is one where you'd kind of want to wait for it. If you need every key currently within the game, the best thing to do would be to wait for the 400 gem offer that has the 20 glory keys, the 20 gem keys, and the 20 event keys. This is insanely good value. And if you're at a point where you have gems, a kind of mid-range gems, but all your key values are basically 0, that is probably the main offer you'd want to look out for, to such a degree that doing your 3 daily arenas would actually kind of be worth it. But it's only worth it if you specifically need all 3 keys. And the main reason I don't normally go for it is I don't need event keys. But if you're at like 0 event keys or very low or just need more in general, it's insanely good value. And the reason why you'd pretty much want to get all your keys through that method, if you can help it, is it's 460 gem value worth of keys. And that's already with their discounted values. Like, if you were to take the 50 bulk value of the keys, it is 460 or 465 gem value worth, and you get it for only 400. If you get it through Arena, it's 360. And if you get it through the VIP thing, it's only 300. So regardless, even if you get it at full price, it is actually still insanely worth it compared to getting the 50 bulk of each key individually. So theoretically, if you were to do the most cost-efficient way, the only way you would ever buy keys is by buying the 400 gem, or when it's cheaper. But you know, the 20-20-20 gem key bundle, whenever you see it. Ideally, you'd want to get every single key you ever get through that method, if you have a limited number of keys. One other nice thing about doing it that way too, is you can actually, theoretically, if you wanted to, open your keys 1 at a time, or 10 at a time, or similar. You wouldn't have to open them in 50 bulks, because whenever you have to buy them physically with gems, you have to buy them in 50 bulk because the discount that you get, so that they're actually cheaper. Like in the case of gem keys, you get them for 10 gems each instead of 10 gems each. And if you get them 10 at a time, it's like 9.5 or something. So obviously you generally want to do them 50 at a time so you get the biggest discount. However, if you physically already have the keys, you can open them theoretically very slowly, like 1 at a time or some kind of other smaller bulk if you want to, because you wouldn't be limited by that. Because once you actually have the physical key, you can open them in any number that you want and you won't get penalized for the number that you're opening them by. Whereas if you're doing, you know, buying them with gems, you generally would be buying them for 50 bulks whenever you do it. So there's that advantage to doing it that way as well. Yeah, long story short, ideally you'd want to get every single one of your keys as you're progressing through the game through the 20-20-20 booster thing. I forget what it's called. I think it's like a Legion booster or something. I forget what it's named. But it's pretty obvious. It's the one with 3 20s. But it's probably the best offer in the entire game, other than like Imperial Ds and stuff like that. The only reason you don't see me always going for it is it's a lot less valuable if you don't need the event keys. Specifically. Also, if you haven't been already, you can get 10 event keys every single week off of Glory as well. Highly advise always making sure to go for it. It's only 1,800 Glory, which is basically 0 Glory in the current state of the game. And yeah, always advise getting that every single week. Because basically 10 free event keys every week. It's not literally free, it's 1,800 glory, but that's basically 0 glory. Since glory is so easy to get. And even with this event still being a bit nerfed, it's still pretty good loot. Like, we're still getting thousands of glory per hour. It's just not tens of thousands anymore. It's just not literal infinite glory, it's just thousands. Because even normal Vault events, no Gnome Palooza or anything, it's still 2,000 to 3,000 glory per hour. Just completely standard running Rowan or Dust Devil kind of farming. I believe this nerfed is about 4 to 5. That's kind of hard to tell. Seems to be about the new Gnome Palooza rate. Because before it was giving like literal tens of thousands per hour. But now it seems to be around, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. But it seems to be about, I would say about 5,000. All the loots move too quickly. But yeah, we'll hand out the third code after this Gnome Palooza. And then I think we'll do one more after this one. And then we might call it a wrap for tonight. Because I do need to catch up on sleep. My sleep schedule the last couple days has just been all over the place. Oh, I got one thingy's done. Oh gosh, they all got 2 mythics and you didn't get a single. That's very unfortunate when that happens. Yeah, keys can be very, very luck-based. Luckily, Soulforge does have some consistency to it, but diamonds come in at a relatively slow rate. I do wish they would add more ways to get diamonds. I also wish they would add ways to use diamonds in endgame. There's actually nothing to use them for once you have everything in the game. But yeah, diamond rates are a bit slow. I believe in the current state of the game, you get about 1 mythic every 2 months or so. Like 1 guarantee mythic that you can get off of diamonds if you do all the normal diamond stuff. I think there are a few things that you can do to make it go a little bit quicker. But overall, I believe it's about 1 every 2 months. Which is like 6 guarantee mythics per year of anything you want. Which is still nice, because you could still get whatever like key really meta mythics are around. And by the time a new meta comes around, you'd probably have enough diamonds to get whatever's new. Though you just have to wait till it rolls around in Soulforge. That's the other issue too. I really wish they would expand how many are available in Soulforge. Legends take absolutely forever to cycle. And mythics, well, they take a little bit less time because there's less mythics. It still takes quite a bit of time, and as they keep adding more, it keeps taking longer, obviously. Do you think they'll nerf Vault keys? I sure hope not. I feel like they're going to nerf the Vault event a 3rd time. I don't think they're going to actually ever nerf the Vault keys themselves. I sure hope they don't. Though I do feel like the Vault event's going to get 1 additional nerf. But yeah, I didn't think about that. They could nerf specifically the keys themselves. I feel like they would nerf the rate of them coming into the game rather than the keys themselves. And the main reason I think that is because they still want to sell the Vault keys. So it'd be a lot less enticing for them to sell Vault keys if they were to specifically nerf the Vault keys themselves, rather than nerfing the rate of accumulating them. Because I think right now they're selling like, what, 3 Vault keys and 50 gems for $2. Which is the better of the offers that they have for it. Though in the current state of the game, you get so many from the Gnome Paloozas that it's not really worth it. But some people who spend a lot of money on the game, it's still really good value. It's one of the better things you could still buy within the game value-wise. But compared to how many you can get one in literally 1 Gnome Palooza, get more than the entirety of it. Like the $10 to get those keys, you can get literally within 15 minutes of a Gnome Palooza. And if you don't currently have a Gnome Palooza, within like an hour of farming it. But yeah, I don't think they're ever going to nerf the Vault keys. If they're going to do a 3rd nerf to Gnome Palooza, it's going to be the Vault key drop rate itself, not the actual physical keys. Because it'd be exceedingly dumb for them to actually nerf the Vault key themselves. From a trying to make money perspective. Because they would also be nerfing the money-related Vault keys. Whereas it would make more sense if they nerf the actual rate of getting the vault keys. Which I sure hope they still don't do, but it sure feels like they will. Because this is still an insane amount of loot. Even just us farming for, like, what, probably 2 hours by the end of this stream, while chatting and kind of messing around, we would have earned about, like, what is that? Like, almost 100 total keys between Pity and the Gnome Paloozas. And, of course, that's a lot of orbs. That's a lot of material towards Zugoff and other similar things. It's a lot of diamonds, a lot of things you can get from it. And of course, it's a chance of getting all the tarot card troops if you don't already have them. Speaking of which, do keep in mind, the moon is not in the drop table yet. Though, unless someone knows if it is. I'm pretty sure it's not yet. It shouldn't be yet. So do be mindful of that. While it is indeed a vault event, someone might be able to confirm. But to my understanding, the moon is not in drop table right now. It won't be until next vault event. Well, probably sometime in between those 2 times. But as far as vault events are concerned, it won't be until after that point. But probably in a couple weeks from now. So do keep in mind, do not open your vault keys yet if you're looking for the moon. It is not possible to get it yet. I am pretty sure. Not 100% on that, but I'm like 99% sure. Not available yet. Shouldn't be. By the time the next vault event around, it should be, though. I think it's like 3-4 weeks from now, it should be available. But it does mean it's not available now. Also, just in general as well, do not open vault keys while it's a vault event. The main reason for this is mostly because it's just more efficient to be farming the actual vault event itself. Because you don't get any additional loot while you're doing the vault keys. So you should pretty much just always use your vault keys, ideally, when it's not the vault event. Because your time would be better spent just farming the actual vault event itself if you're going to be playing during a vault event. Like, any time that you have available within the game during a vault event should be going towards, specifically, either hunting for verses or doing Gnome Paloozas. There's basically nothing else that should be done. Though I will finish out the campaign stuff. Though luckily, we can kind of get it done pretty passively, it looks like. Hey, that's kind of funny. Isn't that to go kill a gnome? Defeat 1 treasure gnome? Haha, that's funny. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, that's not going to take long. Brown recruiter. I'll re-roll it. It's the last task. Kill a bunch of reds. Actually, theoretically, I almost want to re-roll this. Oh no, I think we kill 1, claim it, and then go back, I guess. You know what? Actually, there's another way of doing this. Let me go just kill a bunch of gnomes real quick. Because I don't want to use a vault key because I don't want to mess up my vault key numbers. So let me just go find a gnome real quick. It shouldn't take that many battles. Oh, we found one. Well then. That does count, right? It's any gnome? Yeah, it's any gnome. Found it. Well, that didn't take long. Found it. It was a vault event after all. That's funny. Okay, win any battle with a Drifting Sands team? No. Win any battle? Yes, that's perfectly fine. I love these generic ones. Oh, there we go. Okay. What's on our mail? Just the thing? Let me guess, yes. Gosh, I hate that blinkiness so much. I really wish it would not blink for pity keys. I wish there was a way to, like, completely disable it so you do not keep clicking on it every vault event. Starflower? Let me remember. Is that thing anything? Damage all enemies boosted by ally and enemy Fae. Summon a random Fae. There's 20% chance to transform random enemy into Pixie. 50% chance Fae or fire random enemy at my beginning turn. I think the main reason she's generally not used is she's basically just a weaker version of Queen Titania. Because Queen Titania hits all enemies. Queen Titania has a boost ratio. Oh, it does have a summon though, and transform. So it does have some uniqueness to it. But Queen Titania has more damage, better boost ratio, has a potential of extra turning, and has a better fairy fire. This thing's unique gimmick is that it does have a summon and a transform attached to it. So there are some situations where it could be okay. But more often than not, Queen Titania would be stronger. But yeah, 99% of the time, if not more, that Queen Titania is going to be stronger. But there are instances where she could be viable. She's definitely not bad. It's just there's already a troop that does what she does basically better. Just without the transform and without the summon. But very rarely do you need summon. And transform can be helpful, but it can also be non-helpful, especially since you're doing AoE damage, which means you're probably doing her an AoE team. And unless you get an immediate transform, transform on an AoE team is actually bad because of how it resets the damage. And if every damage source you have is a AoE, doing a transform when they're close to death makes the battle go on a lot longer. Oh yeah, she's a great alternative prior to Queen Titania then. Especially since there's not too many good Fairy Fire options, and this is definitely okay. Alright, did I hand out another code yet? I did say I would hand out one more code. So let's go hand out one last code. And then we'll probably just end it with one last Gnome Palooza. And then any other questions anyone has and go from there. And then tomorrow we'll cover a video kind of going over Season 6 of Gems of War. And messing around with a few other things. It's mostly just going to go over Soul Forge, Season 6, and Potion Gems. Because obviously there's not really much to mention about the week because it's going to be Saturday. The week kind of already happens. Hopefully next week's video should be up on time on Monday. Obviously it wasn't because I was still away at the time. I didn't get back until very recently. I'm looking for this. Okay, let me go get you guys the final code. And then let's go do one last Gnome Palooza for now. But of course we'll still be doing it a lot tomorrow night as well as on Sunday. At the same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. And we'll be continuing now. Of course, we haven't been for the last week or so since we've been away. However, we are back to every single day streaming at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 2 hours prior to now every single night. And that will continue going into the foreseeable future until, you know, until we need to take a break or hurricane season or whatever happens. But weather provided. Should be going forward, back to normal schedule. Anyways, question, how to change the team background? What do you mean by team background? You mean the background for your profile? Do you mean this background? I'm not sure what you mean by team background. Every single troop is background locked to what kingdom it's from. If you're talking about what background over here, it's based on what kingdom you currently have set. So apparently I have Blackhawk set. Weird. Oh, I must have been... Oh, that was from when I was doing Dust Devil farming there with controller. Because the controller spam made it go to Blackhawk. Ideally, you always want to have your home kingdom set to White Helm unless you're using it cosmetically somewhere else. But if we set it to home kingdom, you'll notice that our background now changes to White Helm. It also changes the effect. So now you notice we have a glowy light there. But if we go to Merlantis, I think we have like bubbles or something. So if we go over to Merlantis and change set as home kingdom, it changes our not only our background to Merlantis, which you can see right there, as well as on the card in game, but also if you click on your profile, it also has the effect of the little bubbles and stuff like that. Unfortunately, you can't set the effect independently of the background. So whatever the kingdom effect is just what the background also is. That's the only reason you would ever set your home kingdom to not White Helm. Team with a name on it. Team with the name on it. Each team has a background on it. Oh. I believe it's based on banner. Yeah, that's definitely based on banner. Wait, has that always been a thing? Yeah, that is. But yeah, it's based on banner. Which we can tell by, for example, this green row lane right here. If we go... Wait, what was this even for? Oh, this was for the event week last week before I went for that video. But yeah, if we change our banner real quick to, let's say, Adana. See the Adana banner? There it goes. And then that and that. But yeah, it just changes based on whatever you say your banner to. But yeah, whatever your banner is what the background there is for your team save slot. It's not the banner? Are you sure? That's exactly what's changing it right now. It is indeed changing it, unless you mean something else. But if you're referring to that, the banner is definitely indeed changing. Based on us clicking banner. Yep, no problem for all the codes. Okay, let me go do one last Gnome Palooza. And then we'll probably call it a night afterwards. For now. We'll be doing a lot more farming of it, though. Oh, I forgot to update the numbers. I'm not even going to bother. Honestly, I might not even start updating it every single hour and just start doing it. Or start doing it every single hour instead of every single battle. Or, you know, every set of 15 minutes. Also because it gets annoying doing it literally every 15 minutes to check. Will we be streaming tomorrow? Yes, we'll be streaming every single night from now on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every night. No midday stream tomorrow, though. Though I will have a video going over Season 6 tomorrow. But we'll also have the stream, you know, every single night as we normally do. But no midday stream. But we'll still have our nightly stream. We just got 4 glory drops. Nice. Yeah, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. We'll be back to that schedule. I'll probably mention in tomorrow's video as well. Tomorrow's video is mostly just going to go over Season 6, Potion Gems, Soul Forge, and that's probably it. Maybe something else. Because I'm not really going to mention any teams for it for once, just because everything has kind of already happened. Most people would have already done World Event because Vault Event was this weekend. Everyone's now just doing Vault Event, so they don't need teams for all the other events that already happened. And the only other relevant thing that happened this week was the pet on Wednesday, but of course that already passed. And hopefully everyone remembered to pick it up. Wasn't around to remind everyone, but I'm pretty sure you guys check every single day already to begin with. To see that it was around. But of course we got the International Cat Day pet this Wednesday. I think we're wearing it right now as well. Our heroes are currently not on this team. Not too big a deal if you messed. It's cosmetic only. Oh yeah, you can see it right there in the loading screen thing. It's always good to have just in case it's needed for a kingdom upgrade or something. Also, thank you, Daddy Shark. Yep, we're finally back. Back to normal schedule. Streaming every night. Yeah, we forgot to update the key numbers. Oh, no, I was saying that earlier. I think we're going to start updating it like every half an hour or every hour instead of doing it after every single one. Just because it takes a few minutes every single time to end up updating it, and the amount of time we probably waste that we could have farmed by updating it that many times is just so high. Well, we'll do one last update for it before we end the stream just to see what it comes out to. And I believe that would be 4 Gnome Palooza, so basically 1 hour's worth of Gnome Palooza if we weren't distracted with other things. Even though the stream's been going for almost 2 hours. But we've been doing a lot of other stuff too. And chatting a bunch. What is the best pet? Well, all pets are always active. So whatever one you have set to your hero is completely cosmetic. However, which one has the overall best effects? I don't know, it's kind of hard to pin down. I would say the overall value of any pet would probably be the 5% EXP pet off a Lucky. If there was any pet to gain the absolute most amount of value. Mostly because every battle you ever do gets influenced by that 5% EXP for the full amount. Whereas not every game mode gives a high amount of gold or souls. And out of every effect that is always active in literally every battle you do, it probably gives you the most amount of value of any pet through the overall lifetime of the pet. So I'd probably say Lucky is the best pet in the game. From the sheer value that it gives over time. It still wouldn't be worth going out of your way to upgrade it, though. Pets are really expensive to max. As far as overall sheer value that you get from it, it is by far Lucky being the best. Really, all 3 of the resource ones are pretty good. But particularly Lucky. I actually ended up buying a bunch of the Mimic when it first came out. Because gold is the other one that's also pretty good to just get whenever. Soul's not as much. But obviously every battle that you're ever doing is gaining a pretty substantial amount of both gold and EXP. I didn't really find it worth to last buy the Mimic though. Honestly, the only pets that are ever worth buying are rather ironically the cosmetic pets. And the main reason for this is they don't generally come back that often. Like the pet that we just got last Wednesday, it probably won't be back until another year or 2 from now. Unless you get it in like some kind of money offer. But as far as like actually getting it through in-game currency, it could be like a year or 2 before you see it again. Like this year, we haven't even got a single International Cat Day offer, I don't think. Like we haven't had a Saturday one yet. Hope they do soon. But they tend to bring them back on occasion here and there. Oh, Epic Volkey, nice. But it's pretty inconsistent when they come back around. So is that how people at higher levels have so much health, armor, and magic? No. That is mostly from Kingdom upgrades. A good majority of all stats you ever see within the game are from Kingdom upgrades. These include 5 stars, 10 stars, 20 stars, eventually 30 stars, level 10 kingdoms, and level 15 kingdoms. All of these end up giving additional stats, and they make up a good majority of the stats that you ever see on a player in most situations, including most of our stats right now. A really good bulk of it comes from that. So if you're ever wondering, like, while you were level 20 mythic of this exact same troop of the other enemy has so much less stats, that is generally the main reason why, is the number of kingdom upgrades. As in normal game modes, I think it makes up about 1/3 of your stats, if not half or something similar. It's a really big number. Oh, double Volky. I thought that was epic Volky too. No, it's just a double Volky. With some mythic useless ingots. Question, is it wise to open Volkies during a Gnome event? No, just wait till after. Also, if you're looking for the moon, wait a couple weeks. It's not on drop table yet. But no, I would advise never opening Volkies during Vault events. Just because the amount of loot is better just to farm the Vault event rather than taking time to open Volkies during it. Because you can open Volkies whenever and they still give the same loot. Whereas during a Vault event, you could be farming Vault event for higher loot than you would normally be able to otherwise. So I would advise pretty much never opening Volkies in the current state of the game. Specifically during a Vault event. Ever since they did a Gnome Palooza buff, it's pretty much never worth doing. Compared to just farming the actual Gnome event. How do you check if the moon is in the drop table? I believe they're going to mention it on the forum, and if they don't, the community will end up mentioning it for us. It will be figured out. But, lately they've been mentioning it whenever they come back, specifically on the Monday post. So that means on that Sunday night stream when we go over the spoiler stuff, we'd mention it then, and on that Monday weekly video, we'd mention it then. It should be about 3 Mondays from now. It should be in drop table. It's not confirmed yet, but about 3 to 4 Mondays from now should be the date that it is in drop table. Which, of course, is not now. So if you're looking to try to get the moon still, if it's the only card you're missing, or, you know, one of the only tarot cards that you're missing, you might want to wait till then. If you're still missing a good majority of the tarot cards, if you're going free to play, and you still haven't gotten, like, the heart and stuff like that, you might want to just open them whenever. Just wait till not Vault event. But, if you have several of them already, you probably and you're still missing a few, you probably want to wait till the moon comes out so you have a higher chance of getting one you don't already own. Yeah, they nerfed Vault event again. Though the Volkies are still the exact same. The Volky drop rate and Epic Volky haven't been touched. And we'll know what our final numbers are after this. For the last 2 that we just did. Haven't updated it for the most recent one. Yeah, it is very obvious that those numbers have not been touched. Which is wonderful. It's just all those other side loot got nerfed by a lot. Like a lot. That's still worth it. Even if the Volkies were the only drop. Like literally the only drop and nothing else. It would still be worth it. It could give 0 of everything else, but as long as it gave the Volkies and Epic Volkies, it'd still be worth it. The Volkies and Epic Volkies are just that valuable. Yeah, it's the second time they nerfed it. Hopefully they're done nerfing it at this point. It's still a gigantic buff compared to how it was before. Also, keep in mind, the most recent nerf that they did only affects when a Gnome Palooza is active. It does not actually affect when it's not active. So like the normal rate for these resources off of gnomes, still the exact same in Volky, still the exact same in Epic Volky, still the exact same when you're not doing a Gnome Palooza, when you're just, you know, doing normal battles, trying to find the verses. All those are still the full loot. Only the Palooza itself, it's specifically nerfed in. And the Volky and Epic Volky rates are untouched. Just the resource gains. Oh yeah, I never did ask, and we can't do a poll for it because we already did the other poll. But what do you guys think of potion gems? I never really did get to check the forum to see what the response was on it earlier. Probably should. But I don't know, I kind of like them. They're obviously way better than lycanthropy, that's for sure. I do feel like they create slightly too many gems. But they're also rare enough that it doesn't really matter. Also, they're almost always in the player benefit. Like, very rarely is the AI ever going crazy with it. But I've been enjoying them. Like, that's what power gems should more be like compared to, Yeah, I know, that's probably the complete consensus. Though that was a really low bar. Honestly, every power gem they'll ever add for the rest of time is probably going to be better than lycanthropy. Sometime next year, we could probably make a fun tier list on power gems. Like, how fun is every single one of the power gems. And I feel like the potion would be pretty high up there. And obviously, lycanthropy is going to be like F tier. We might need to make a tier lower than F. It might need to go to Z tier. Gotta make Z tier just for it. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they interact with Guild Wars. Actually, don't we have Guild Wars next week? I can't remember when the next one is. I know it's pretty soon. But yeah, we have not had a Guild Wars yet with potions. The only thing that might change the meta in Guild Wars a little bit is turn 1 explode off a leprechaun is going to be ridiculously good if potions are already starting on the board, as well as just recycling for more potions. Like, honestly, just board clear in general, probably a lot more important due to potions existing now, because the amount of free okay, so it's 2 weeks from now then, not next week but the following week, because the amount of value you get from board clearing is insanely good now compared to converting. There's still probably going to be convert wars where you have to still counter out the double convert off your enemy, because that's still going to be very meta for defend. But offensively, if you can get a really good explode very quickly, the amount of value you can get from it due to explosions is probably going to be better than converting in a lot of situations. Well, no, we'll have to see how it pans out. But yeah, potions definitely benefit board clearing a lot more. Because unlike lycanthropy that did almost nothing of benefit when it gets triggered, a potion gem basically just maxes out whatever color it exploded. Or, you know, whatever color it was. Oh, sorry, what was your question, Ricardo? I don't see it. Could you repost your question? I'm trying to scroll, but also play. There it is. Question. You have 60 war coins. Actually, I got 62. I think I got a war coin offer while I was gone. I can't remember what day it was. While I was gone, one of the days I did get a war coin offer, which was nice. You got 60 war coins. Which war bands do you need to buy? The best two are the vampire one, and the other one has +2 purple, +1 something. The new one, I can't remember what it's called. But the vampire one and the other one that has +2 purple are the two best banners. I believe one is +2 purple, +1 red. The other one's like +2 purple, +1 yellow. No, +1... Can't remember what the +1 is. I know it's minus yellow, though. It's a +2 purple. But those two are the best. The two +2 purple banners. The vampire banner and whatever the one I'm trying to think of is. I can't remember what it's called. There was one of the two new ones that was added. Hello, Minratch Films. Welcome. If anyone has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, let me know. Because once this Gnome Palooza wraps up, we'll probably track out our numbers, see where we resulted at, and probably call it a night. Also, I hear fireworks already. Gosh. How are they still already doing so many fireworks in this area? I feel like someone every single week is doing a fireworks show. Oh, there's the end of it. Or as I say that, it's like, oh, it's already there. Maybe the fireworks celebrating the ends. Let's see. Monster Bane. I'd rather... None of the gnomes count as monsters. Blue Slayer. There we go. Now we can do Red Slayer while doing Blue Slayer. The only reds we get are red gnomes. The only blues we get are... actually, what is the blue gnome? I can't remember now. What is the blue gnome? I can't remember. Soul gnome? No. I know there is one. Not counting Cedric. It's gonna drive me crazy now. It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't check. Glory Gnome. Oh, how could I forget? It's the Glory Gnome. I gotta forget because obviously there's one of every color. We got Treasure Gnome for red, Soul Gnome for purple, Pet Gnome for green, Mech Gnome for brown, Jewel Gnome for yellow, and of course Glory Gnome for blue. And then for whatever reason we got a second purple, and Valraven counts as yellow. And then the rest are either Treasure, or Cedric, or the bands of Mana Surge, or all of the tarot cards. Actually, never mind. There's only one tarot card that's specifically evolved. I forgot. It's Heart of Rage. Every one, the other ones, is associated to a kingdom, so that there's actually incentive to get it for kingdom upgrades. I think they kind of realized that after doing the very first one. Only the very first one is specifically from the vault. The Heart of Rage, which theoretically makes it the least consequential one to ever own. For one, Enraged Carandera is exceedingly expensive and probably one of the last things you should ever get in the game because it's so absurdly expensive for how bad it is. Plus, Heart of Rage itself is also not that good. So, yeah. Even more reason not to need the Heart of Rage. But anyways, guys, let's go get the final count. Any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for stopping by for our coming back stream. It was a lot of fun. It feels good to be back. It was great to see you guys again. And yeah, we're back to normal schedule. Every night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 hours prior to now. Every night. We'll be back doing streams every night. Okay, let me go update these numbers. So our numbers are currently at, where's our starting number again? 6718. 6718 means we have math. It's too late to be doing math like this. That's 72. 72. Okay, so 72. The other one is 118, so that is 6. And this is from 4 Gnome Paloozas. And our pity is at... so 1 hour Gnome Palooza, what does this get us? So if you were to farm for about 2, 3, 4 hours, maybe slightly more if you get really unlucky, and then you would do the resulting Gnome Paloozas. Oh, I never claimed the or the redeem code we handed out earlier. Also, if anyone hasn't claimed it yet, I'm not sure if it's still good, but there it is. The redeem code I just claimed there. And we have 20 pity, which means I was correct. Yes, we did basically get 100 within an hour. Your very first hour of just opening Gnome Paloozas. So that means if you were to do a Vault event for about 4 hours or however long it takes you to get 4 full verses, or 4 full Gnome Paloozas of the verses, it would take you a total of 5 hours to get 100 Vault keys, is basically what it comes down to. Because that's 98 right there. Though, of course, you'd be getting Vault keys while you're farming for the Gnome, so that would be way higher than that. But just the hour of using 4 Gnome Paloozas for the initial thing, starting from the pity, counting the pity, is 100 Vault keys. That's pretty good. So within 5 hours, you would easily hit over 100 Vault keys, even with bad luck. Because that would get you the 4 Gnome Paloozas for sure. And the actual using of the Gnome Palooza. So within 5 hours then. 4 of actually getting them. They'll probably quicker than that, though. Let's just say it takes 4 hours. So in 5 hours total, you can get over 100 Vault keys still in the current state of the game. That is still insanely good loot. Compared to before, where a single Vault event weekend might have been like, what, 20 Vault keys, 30 Vault keys? If you farmed for a while, maybe like 50 to 80. And now you can do 100 in 5 hours. Even if you farmed every single one from scratch. So overall, nice buff. It's still insanely good even after every nerf. Still really, really good. A little bit unfortunate, but as long as you don't nerf it any further. As long as this is like the final nerf for it, I think we'll be fine. If this is like the new state of Vault events, I'm perfectly happy with how it is. But yeah, still a lot of fun. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow night doing the same thing. Probably doing a little bit of side stuff as well. Like, definitely making sure our campaign stuff is finished if it's not already. Well, then again, it kind of already is. The only thing we have left are some bronze, which kind of just get done on their own. So let's kind of get passively done as we do Gnome Paloozas and stuff. So yeah, never mind. We don't even need to go out of our way for that. It's just going to kind of get done. So yeah, we're pretty much just going to run Gnome Paloozas and maybe farm for some more verses. Because we are going to reach a point where we run out of verses. We are actually getting slightly close to that. And I do want to keep a reserve of at least some amount. Exactly how many, I'm not sure. I kind of want to keep a reserve of 10, to be honest. So, I don't know. We might start tomorrow's stream just by doing normal. Or maybe we'll start with a Gnome Palooza, then we'll do some normal, and then kind of do it like in between the two. Where we do some Gnome Paloozas, then we do some grinding, then we do some more Gnome Palooza. Well, all of it's grinding, but you know what I mean. Grinding for verses. But anyways, guys, was there anything else I missed question-wise? Lord of Slaughter or Arachne Weaver to craft? Oh, they're both really, really, really good. But yeah, I would say Weaver is better just because you use it more. While Lord of Slaughter is stronger, there's just a lot more uses for Weaver. Particularly given that Guild Wars is in like 2 weeks from now. It's just a great thing to have for Guild Wars. Like the amount of value you get from Weaver is just insane. But yeah, Lord of Slaughter stronger, Weaver's better. That's hard to explain. I need to figure out some way to explain it for tomorrow's video. But Lord of Slaughter is a stronger troop, but Weaver's more useful and is like auto win for Guild Wars. If you're going to pick one, probably just go Weaver. Lord of Slaughter is a lot of fun though, but if you're just looking for like one of those key like must-have troops, it's Weaver's definitely within the category of things that you 100% have to own. Whereas Lord of Slaughter, it's ridiculously powerful, but you can live without having it. Whereas you can't quite live without having Weaver for some things, particularly Guild Wars. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for stopping back for our coming back stream as well. And once again, we will be back normal schedule, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single night as we always do. And I will catch you guys soon. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Hope you all enjoyed a Gnome Palooza, even with the nerf. Honestly, I still love it. It's still ridiculously good loot. You get to see those Valky values right there. Like, that's just insane compared to what it was prior to Gnome Palooza ever existing. It's still overall worse than what it was, but hey, still pretty good. Overall, pretty nice. Anyways, guys, best of luck in your farming. I'll catch you guys soon, and we shall continue it tomorrow night. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. And we'll have the video going up over the Soulforge, Season 6, and a few other things related to the week tomorrow, since I haven't been able to cover the event video yet. No teams in it, though, since all of them have kind of already passed. And hopefully we'll have the new one back up on Monday and have that back to normal schedule as well. Anyways, guys, catch you later.